Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, Kailakya. Good evening. So enjoyed all the festivals and all everything. Okay, so I think in home they will be proper, very proper way and all the proper things.
Ma'am, sorry, your voice just.
I can't hear you.
Ma'am, can you see me now?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, maybe I know I would not. Am I audible now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I think it was correctly. Okay. So at your home they'll be doing in a proper traditional way and all the entire festivals, right? That's good actually. Still they are following the old traditions and
Good
all, and
evening,
they're moving
ma'am.
it. Good evening, Joshika. Joshika speaks also very, very nice.
Yes, ma'am.
Entire family, I think grandmother, grandfather, father, mother, you and your brother, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay, nice. So let us wait for the others as well, and then we will be moving ahead.
Ma'am, I actually saw that
Hmm.
reproduction in plants lesson in my textbook.
Hmm.
There was also something called vegetative reproduction.
Vegetative propagation or reproduction is a part of the asexual reproduction.
Oh,
So in that we will be discussing about it. Vegetative propagation. I think still they're enjoying their vacations. So you have a school going on, or it's till sixth it is till fifth it is off.
ma'am, for us, 6th is the reopening.
Same, ma'am.
Okay, okay, okay. Fine. Then let me start because I cannot wait further. If they will join, I'll recapitulate again one more time. So last time, I think we have already started with the chapter, and I think I discussed about the importance of the reproduction, and also I told about the two types of the reproduction where we discussed about the sex cells, correct? Fine. So sex cells basically they are the cells which are involved during the sexual intercourse time. In the asexual where one parent is involved, in them the sex cells will not be there because in them the parent they themselves will be dividing. Whereas in the other category, what happened? They will be requiring because the two parents will be there and they will be fusing and then they will be forming the young ones. That is the reason they have the sex cells with them. Sex cells are also called as gamete. So gamete, sex cells, both are same. So in the case of asexual, no gamete formation. In the case of sexual, the gamete formation will be there. Now, when we say gamete formation, it is there, it is not there. On the basis of that, we can also talk about fertilization. Fertilization means fusion of the male and female sex cells. So now, if I told you what is fertilization, it means fusion of the male and female sex cells. So in the category of the asexual, does the fertilization happens?
No.
No, right? They do not have the sex cells, then no fertilization. Whereas in the category of the sexual, the sex cells are there. That is why they have the fertilization process, they will be doing it. Okay. The next point is in the category of the asexual reproduction, whatever the offspring are being produced by the division, they are identical. Why they are identical to their parents? Why they are identical to the parents in the asexual category? Because they themselves are dividing, right? If they are the organism, they themselves are dividing into two. So that is why they are the exact copy of themselves. Whereas in the case of sexual reproduction, two parents are there, the male and the female, right? Both are different, both are entirely different. They do not look similar. That is the reason that in the category of the sexual reproduction, they show variation. There will be some changes. Some of the characteristics will be from the mother, some of the characteristics will be from the father in them. Okay, so that is why the identical thing will be there in the asexual, but in the category of sexual, no identification, no identical category will be there. This identical means clone, the cloning, exact the same copy of it. That is what the clone is. Then when we talk about the asexual reproduction, it occurs fast. They do not wait for the other partner to come, right? They themselves they need to divide. That is why immediately they will be doing the process. But in the category of the sexual reproduction, it is a slow process as compared to as compared to the asexual. So you might have seen in the humans also, it takes 9 months, right, to produce the young ones. So 9 months is a big time, big span of time. So different individual, the rat is there, elephant is there, cows are there, everybody has their own reproduction and everybody takes a different timing and all. Some take 1 month, some take few days, some take some months. So depending upon the individual to individual, they will be doing the stuff. That is why they are asexual, they are fast in the reproduction process, whereas the sexual one, they are slow in this process of it. Now, when we talk about the energy, I said asexual, they are fast. Do they require much energy to reproduce?
No.
No, they do not require because they themselves have to divide. Why they have to, use their energy? There is no requirement of the energy. But coming to the sexual, two are there. Now both have to put on some of the other energy so as to produce the young one. So as compared to the asexual reproduction, the sexual will be needing the more energy. Okay? Okay, Charve and Aryan, you can turn on the video as well. Then the example, amoeba. Amoeba, they are the unicellular organism who will be doing the binary fission process where the whole body of themselves will divide into two. Then those two individual which they form again will divide into two. So 2 into 2, 4. Now those 4 into will divide into 2 will become 8. So like this in the multiplication of 2 to 2, they are forming. So 2, 4, 8, then 16 actually. 8 into 2, 16, then 16 into 2, 32. Like this, they will be dividing and they will be forming the young ones so fast. Then in the category of potato, as mentioned by Joshika also, there is a process called a vegetative propagation. So in that, they do not require any, they do not divide actually themselves, but instead of dividing themselves, the part of themselves will form the young one. For example, if we are taking the potatoes, you might have seen on the potatoes, there will be small eyes will be there, the white color eyes will be there. So if you cut those eye part and if you insert them into the soil, you will be actually able to see, that plant start growing, the potato plant start growing. Same way the rose plant, if you want to grow the rose plant does not divide actually. They cannot divide their own. What do they do? What you have to do? You have to cut the stem part of the rose and then you have to grow it into the soil. It starts growing automatically. So such process where any part of that particular plant is being used to produce a new plant, that is called as a vegetative propagation. So this category where either the individual, they themselves divide their body, or if they are not dividing by themselves, but yes, some or the other part of themselves they are using to divide, then it is called as the asexual reproduction. Clear? Now, out of these two, who has a better chance of survival? The asexual one or sexual one?
Sexual
Char we
one.
turn on the one. Correct, Joshika. But why?
Ma'am, because they use more energy, but then they divide a new one.
Okay, they are using the energy, they divide it into new one. So they form the new one, then what happened to the new one? Char we done on the video. The new one has what? It has a variation, it has some changes, right? Now, those changes are helping them to survive. For example, now, if my own body I'm dividing and I'm forming another girl out of me, which is like same. Now, that girl is also again dividing and forming the same. There will not be any kind of the variation. There will not be any kind of the changes. And because of which it becomes difficult for all of us to survive then, right? If the same body, then same kind of the need will be there. Same kind of the food we will be needing. I need same, she needs same. Then their daughter or son, they need the same. Everybody needs the same kind of the food. Everybody needs the same kind of the space. So because of that reason, the competition will be there. And if competition will be there, the survival will become tough. Correct? So because of that reason, among these two, Snehal turn on the video, among these two, then what happened? The asexual, actually, they divide on their own. That is why the variations are not there, the changes are not there. It becomes difficult for them to survive because they will be fighting for the same water, same temperature, everything they will be fighting for the same thing. But coming to the other category, sexual reproduction, generation by generation, every generation, small changes are there because of which we are able to survive better than in the case of the asexual reproduction. Okay. So every generation by generation, those changes are adding up. For example, the grandparents have passed those characteristics to your maybe father. Okay. The father had some changes. Those changes, for example, are A. Now, along with those changes, what they done in the next generation, you have come, right? You have come on the earth. Now you have formed some new changes in your body, which is known as B. So A was already there. Now you got the change, B also. So A and B, both the changes are there. Now, after you will be giving birth to the next generation, who will have the changes called as C. Along with the old changes, A, B, C. So what is happening generation by generation? These changes are adding up, and ultimately, when so many changes are added up, then they will result in the formation of the new species. That is how we have originated from the chimpanzees and the gorillas. So they were something else actually, but slowly and gradually, because of generation, those changes happen, and ultimately, then we came on that. Clear? But these changes will not happen, in a year, in a month, and all. It takes millions of years actually to do it because variations are small, and those small variation will take so many years to actually add up. Charvi, Aryan, and Snehal, kindly turn on the video. So out of this, asexual will have less chance of survival, whereas the other one, they will have the more chances of survival. In the category of asexual, they have the simple method. They themselves divide into the two bodies, right? Whereas in the case of the sexual one, complicated structure is there. The complicated kind of the method is also there. So in the plant also, it is not easy actually. Like, when you might have learned in the grade 6 about the stem and about the pistil, carpel and all those have subdivisions also, right? So it is also difficult process. If I talk about the humans also, male is there, the female is there, both have the different parts, and different parts will be joining, fusing, fertilizing, all those things happen. So asexual, it is simple method, whereas sexual one is a little complicated method as compared to them. Then variations, asexual will not have, or if they have, it is like very, 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 very minute actually. And the sexual one, they have so many variations along with them, and because of which they result in the evolution. And evolution is a process by which what happened? New species will be generated or produced by the merging of so many generations together. So when so many generations join together, it leads to the formation of the new species on the earth. New species can be anyone actually. Like, they have given us the name humans. Might be after millions of years, they will be giving some other name to other species and all. Okay. So that is what we call it as the evolution. Clear? Yes, Snehal, Trilokya, Aryan, Joshika, and Charvi, am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Now
ma'am.
I'll just, okay. So I'll explain you just the types of it, and then we will write all those portion of last week and this week also. So when we talk about the types, sexual one, we are not going to, understand about the humans since it is not there in the grade 7. Grade 8, we will be discussing about sexual part in the humans. In the grade 7, you have the asexual reproduction in the detailed way, as well as the sexual part is there, but in the plant part. Okay. So we will be starting with the asexual reproduction where the different types are there. Types are there for the asexual category. So first one, it's basically the fragmentation. The second one is spore formation. The third one is binary fission, which happens actually in the animals. Then hydra is also the animal where the binary fission will happen. Then vegetative propagation is there. So these types also one by one we will be discussing because the same chapter you have in the grade 10. So I'll be teaching you each and every type in a depth way so that it becomes easy for you to understand in your grade 10. Okay? Because we have ample of time also, and this chapter is very, very important for the grade 7, for the grade 8, and for the grade 10. Okay? So, first of all, now let's complete the reproduction, what it is, the importance of it, and the differences of it. And then we will be going to the next part. Okay, take out your copy now. Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Okay. So, today is now here the first part is about the reproduction. So when we talk about the reproduction, it is the reproduction is the biological process by which living organisms produce new individual of their own kind. Produce new individuals of their own. What is happening to my pen? Of their own kind. That is what the reproduction. Now, the importance of it, why it is important? It is important for the continuity of life, So when we talk about the continuity of life, it means the reproduction will ensure the species does not become extinct. It means uh, they will not wash away from the earth. Actually, they will be there on the earth. It will make sure that if this reproduction is happening. Then the second point is transfer of character. So with the help of the reproduction, there will be the transfer of the characters between the individual. So it passes the traits. Traits means here the characters, or it is also called as features. So it passes the features, it passes the traits, it passes the characters from parents to the offspring. So from parents to the offspring, the characteristics will be passed. Then the third point is increase in population. So because of this reproduction, there will be the increase in population, which leads to the more individual. So it produces more individuals. Then the next one, variation. It means changes. So because, tell me.
Ma'am, like what did you discuss in the first 10 minutes, ma'am? I was not there.
Actually, we discussed the differences between the sexual and asexual reproduction.
Okay.
Okay. So this variation will actually help in the evolution and survival. As I told you, evolution means formation of new species. So if the changes are there, then formation of new species will be there. And also it helps in the survival of the species. So that is why variation helps in evolution and survival. Then the next one is replacement. So it means when the old ones go, then only the newer ones will be coming on the earth. So new organism replace the older one that dies. Older ones that die. Then the next one is survival in environment. So because of this reproduction, the organism will be able to survive in the environment. So why are they able to survive in the environment? Because of the variations. So variations sometimes help them to help species to adapt to the changes, which help them to survive. So these are some of the importance. So write these 2 pages and then we will go to the differences between the asexual and sexual. Is it done with this page? Aryan, Snehal,
Ma'am, what is
Charvi.
in the last slide?
Ma'am, I just need to see the last wall. First page, just 1 minute for 1 minute.
Okay, no problem. Passes traits, characters, or features from parents to offspring. Offspring means the younger one, the new one.
Okay, ma'am. That ma'am.
All have done?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Go to
Ma'am,
the
just the
next one.
last page, 1 minute.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am, done.
Okay, okay. Others also completed.
Ma'am, just a minute, ma'am. Just a minute.
Okay, okay, no problem.
Done, ma'am.
Okay. Done, Shriyansh? Snehal done? Snehal is there. Is it done, Trilokya?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now we'll go to the next one, which is about the differences between the sexual and asexual reproduction. Okay, no. Before that, I think, okay, we can do that only. That yes. Asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction, differences of them. Sexual reproduction. Now here, these differences are important. The first one is for the reproduction process, only one parent is involved. They do not require two parents, only one parent is needed. Whereas sexual category, it involves two parents. So if they wanted to do the reproduction, then definitely they need the two parents. Then asexual reproduction, no gamete formation. No gamete formation. And gamete means sex cells. So they do not form the sex cells. Whereas in the sexual reproduction, the gametes, male and female gametes will be formed. So the male and female sex cells will be produced. Okay. Then the third one is no fusion of cell. So no fusion of cells or no fusion of gametes, we can say. And if no fusion of gametes, it means no fertilization. They do not fuse with each other, because of which the fertilization does not happen. Whereas here, the fusion of gametes will be there. Fusion of gametes occurs, and because of which fertilization also happens. Then the next one, the offspring which is produced is identical. Offspring produced is identical. It means they are the exact copy, or they are the exact clone of their parent. Whereas here in the sexual category, offspring produced shows variations. So they will show the variations. Complete this and I'll write the next differences.
Done.
Everybody has done?
Yes, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Just
Just
a
a minute.
No,
second.
ma'am.
Okay, okay, do it, do it, do it. Is it done, children?
Now I'm in the last point.
Okay, okay.
Done.
Okay.
Done, ma'am.
Okay.
Done, ma'am.
All right. So the next point is about the speed. Uh, hmm. So in the case of asexual, the speed occurs at the fast rate because of which they produces many numbers of the individual. Whereas in the case of the sexual one, it is the speed is comparatively low. The speed is comparatively slow.
Ma'am, this is still the remaining points, right? This is not a new.
Correct.
Okay.
No, no, no. Remaining points of the sexual
Yeah.
and asexual only. Then the asexual requires less energy for the process, whereas the sexual one requires more energy for the process. Then asexual, they have poor adaptability. Now, why the poor adaptability? Because they do not have any variations. So because of no variations or because of no changes, they have the poor adaptability. Whereas in the case of the sexual one, they have the better adaptability. Now, why they have better adaptability? Because they shows the variation or changes. So because of variation. So since they have the variations, they have better chances of survival or adaptability. Then since they do not have any variation, then they may not survive long in changing environment. So because of no variation, there are less chances that in the changing environment, they can survive. Whereas in the case of the sexual one, they can survive better in changing environment. So since they have the variation, they have the chances that they can survive in the changing environment because of the variation. Then this reproduction method is a simple method, whereas this one is the complex method. And one more point is remaining. Let me write and then you can note it down. Now, the next point is about the example. So examples here. In the case of the asexual, like amoeba, they will have the binary fission process. Then the hydra, they will show the budding process. Then potato, they will show the vegetative propagation. So all these methods, what I'm writing here, we will be discussing in the upcoming classes and all in depth, that how they will be doing it. And then example in this is like humans. We humans, then the cows are there, dogs are there, rose plant, money plant, mango, all these are the examples of the sexual reproduction. So that's about the differences between the asexual and sexual category. So am I clear, Joshika, with this topic?
Yes, ma'am.
Shreyansh, Trilokya,
Yes, ma'am.
Snell,
Yes, ma'am.
Aryan.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Charvi has joined back or not now? Mhm.
Done, ma'am.
Everybody has done with this page?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, just one more minute, then can I send you the picture?
Yeah, you can do that. This is the last page for today.
Ma'am, my mom is not at home. Can I send you afterwards, ma'am, when she arrives?
Okay, okay. And those who have completed can start sending now.
Ma'am, my mom just went out. Can I send it once she comes?
Okay, Snehal, Shreyansh, what about the others?
Ma'am, I only told ma'am that my mother is not here.
Correct, correct. Right, Shreyansh and Snehal, both of you. And then apart from that, Joshika, Trilokya, Aryan, and
Ma'am, I'm
who
still
was-
writing the examples.
Okay, okay, write it. No problem. You can just write it and then send it.
I'm sending.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye, ma'am.
Bye-bye. Yes, Chanakya, I've got it.
Yes.
Okay, Aaron, Joshika, kindly send it.
Yes, ma'am. 1 second. I'm taking the picture.
Okay, all right. Yeah, Joshika, I have received from you. So from Joshika, I have got, from Chanakya, I have got.
Ma'am, I sent.
Not yet received. Now received. I think one more page will be there.
Yeah, I've sent.
Okay. Okay, children, then you may leave. And next class onwards, we will be starting the asexual reproduction, each type of it with the examples of it in depth with. Okay, how do they reproduce? What all do they do for the process? Those all things we will be learning.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye, ma'am. Thanks for the
Thank
class,
you.
ma'am. Bye.